Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kim Sites on another segment of My Monday. And first of all, before I start off My Mondays, I want to give a special shout out to HBCUs. Last week was HBCU week, and I didn't give a shout out to it. So first of all, shout out to those who are at a HBCU, who attended the HBCU, and all HBCUs. And so I just wanted to get that off on a positive note. But on another note, unfortunately, in the state of Virginia, we've had another major gun violence incident that recently occurred. I believe it occurred Tuesday. So for those who don't know, I think, like I said, it was on Tuesday at Heritage High School, which is located not too far down the street from where I stay at in Newport, Virginia. A 15-year-old actually shot two students at Heritage High School and basically at lunchtime. Now, that is a very unfortunate event, and I just wanted to talk about that. And it sucks that I have to do another segment on this because I want my podcast to be on something positive, but I also realize that there's news and events that transpire where we all need to take the time to just acknowledge the fact of what's going on. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. And so like I said, I believe it was Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, a 15-year-old shot a 17-year-old and two 17-year-olds at Heritage High School, which is located in the state of Virginia, down the street from where I stay at in Newport, which I'm actually from. And so I don't know the exact events that transpired, but just hearing some of the stories, it was a very unfortunate event. And I just wanted to say this, man. Gun violence is should never be the outcome to any results. I understand that we all have conflicts and we all conflict with people and who don't view things the way we do, or we just bump heads with people. But I just want to get this out there. Now, first, I've always stated this. I am a legal gun holder. But that does not mean my intentions with a gun is to inflict pain upon someone. When you have a gun, you are taking a decision upon not only just your life, but someone else's life. And that should not always be the end result, that someone should have to be harmed by gun violence. And it's unfortunate. And I just want to say, man, to those kids who have had to deal with just seeing that visual trauma of seeing someone get shot, I know that is very scary. Especially know that it occurred at your school, the one place that you think you have a safe holder for. I know there's some kids that go to school just for the fact that they don't have a meal to eat at home, so they go to school just to eat food. And it's just you kids supposed to feel safe at school, and when you see the fact that someone gets shot at school, I know that trauma is at a skyrocket, because I can just remember one traumatic event that I experienced one time when I was in high school. I seen a guy get hit by a car, and it took me a while just to get over that. So I can imagine how it would feel when them kids eventually go back to school, especially if they freshmen and sophomores, how they gotta walk down that same hallway when they see somebody get shot at. It's gonna take them time to get over that. And to the two 17-year-olds who got shot, man, I know that's going to be even traumatic. They had experienced a life-changing event, because they're going to have a scar there that's going to last there forever, man. And gun violence is not the way to go, y'all. I've known a few people that lost their lives to gun violence, and I've known people who have gotten shot. And just hearing their testimonies and how they talk about the fact that when they got shot, their whole life changed. I can see it in their face. They don't move the same way like they used to, just because of the fact they got shot. So that's going to most likely occur to the two 17-year-old kids. God forbid they don't feel safe in school. They want to just drop out of school. But I hope that's not the end result. But I hope they use this as a positive note and saying that they're here and they're able to still live their life and here to still tell a story. But unfortunately, they still have to live with that trauma, and it's going to take time for them to get stronger. And to the 15-year-old, man. Your life, his life has changed. His life, basically his life, I don't want to say it's over, because there could still be some type of growth, even if it's inside the prison walls. But man, you're 15 years old, man. I understand, some things transpired at home, and the community need to take hold of this. Is guns are getting into kids who are not old enough to drive. Seriously, guns are getting in kids' hands who are not old enough to not even to vote. nor less just to have their own home and just be in a position to where they can make financial decisions or make life decisions, and they're making a life decision for someone else. And like, we need to take that into fact. Like, man, like, we need more time to really like try to build up these babies out here and let them understand, like, hey, you don't have to pick up a gun. Hey, you don't have to join the gang. Hey, you don't have to, you don't have to sell drugs. Hey, even though I know things are rough at home, hey, I'm gonna be your big brother, and I'm gonna be your older sibling. I'm gonna be that person you can come to whenever times get rough, just to understand that, hey, you don't have to do these things. And it just sucks, man, just to see like 2 17-year-olds get shot, and a 15-year-old gotta go to prison probably for the rest of his life, or if not for a substantial time part of his life. And like, I just want to say, man, like, put the guns down, man. I understand, like, we use guns for safeties and stuff like that, but please, let's put the guns down, man, and let's just take this time just to, even with the youth, man, let's talk to them, give them some time, and just tell them, like, hey, look, you don't have to go this route. Because I once heard on this documentary of Benji Wilson, if y'all don't know, he was a star basketball player in Chicago who actually lost his life to gun violence. But the person who committed the crime, the suspect, he was like 14 years old, and he remembered one time when his I think it was uncle, he said that, hey, when you pick up that gun, you better use it, because if you don't, it's gonna be a life-changing event. And just like right then and there, another life-changing event. Kid picked up a gun, he used it. Now everybody's lives have changed. Not only just his, not only the victims, but everyone else. And like I said, y'all, pick down the guns, man, and just pick up a mind and just understanding that, hey, gun violence is not the way to go. And with that being said, y'all, this Kimberly Sykes on another segment of My Mondays.